Welcome all eager and youthful and elder learners. Anyone who wants to have a good understanding of SketchUp or basic 3D design, object design in a 3D environment, this is the tutorial you've been waiting for. So we're going to be using SketchUp to accomplish those goals and those tasks and gain those skills. SketchUp's nice because it's free, it's online, it can be accessed from anywhere, and it's just a good introduction to modeling in a 3D workspace without getting into super complicated programs or programs with a lot more bells and whistles and functionality, whether it's Fusion or Blender or Unity. I always found that SketchUp's probably one of the best starting points, and again, it's web accessible, so there's not really any limitations or barriers to entry with this. So, all that being said, explaining why we're using SketchUp, what we're going to be getting to, it's time to actually start moving around in this environment. The first thing that I want to focus on is actually how to move around. So what I would like you to do first is get a mouse if you don't have one. It's going to be a lot more easy, quicker to design with a mouse. But get a mouse and one with a scroll wheel and start zooming in and out with that scroll wheel. So if I put this right on this wacky, zany character with his dinosaur shirt, you'll notice as I scroll back, it'll pull me away from the object. If I scroll towards, it'll zoom in towards it as well. The next thing I want you to play around with is clicking and holding that scroll button, and this is going to allow you to orbit, is what it's called. You're orbiting around. Whatever point that you're clicking and holding, everything's going to spin around there. Okay, so again, if I scroll in and out, the mouse is going to zoom to wherever your arrow's on. If I click and hold, your mouse is going to rotate around that point. This guy is kind of weird as far as the way the program or SketchUp's written. He'll always be watching you. All right, don't delete him. I know he might be creepy to some of you, but don't delete him. We're going to use him as a frame of reference. And the last thing I want to discuss, or I guess one more command before I go over the inevitable mess ups some of you might encounter. If I click and hold that scroll button and the left click, this is a command called pan. You are panning back and forth. You're grabbing the whole drawing place and moving it around. Okay? So we have our zoom, we have our orbit, we have our pan, and then I just want to go over a whoopsie, oopsie doopsie. If I zoom way far in, and I'm zooming, and I go, oh shoot, I forgot where I am. What I want to do is come down to this icon here and go ahead and click on Zoom Extents. This is going to zoom your viewer window, your drawing space, directly to the maximum size of everything that's been drawn or is in this 3D space. So again, that's down here, and that's Zoom Extents. So that is the intro to getting around. I don't want to do too much more than this besides save this. And we're going to go up here to this icon right here. Right now, obviously, it doesn't have a name. Oh, but we're going to give it one. We're going to click on Save As. And what I want to do is you'll notice under Save To, Projects, some of you this might take a while to load, especially if you're on a Chromebook. Don't worry about it. It should still give you access when you click on it. Okay? So right now we're going to save it to Projects, SketchUp. Some of you folks don't have a DDP folder yet. So what you're going to want to do is create a new folder and title this DDP. Okay? DDP. I don't know if it's going to allow me to. Yeah, I already have one. So I won't be able to recreate this. But what you should have when you're done is this DDP folder. And then what you're going to add, or what you're going to name this file, I should say, is going to be Dice Tutorial. Dice Tutorial. And you're going to go ahead and click Save. Ta-da! It tells you it's saving up here. You'll also notice that it changed the name from Untitled to Dice Tutorial. So now, if we go to open this, this is going to be under My Trimble Connect. Remember, we have to go to our SketchUp projects. We're going to have to look in DDP. And there it is, Dice Tutorial. Weird ukulele man with two dinosaurs fighting on his t-shirt. FYI, note of historical significance here, that these two dinosaurs didn't exist at the same time. So if you ever see a T-Rex beating up a Stegosaurus, it is historically, at least according to fossil records, historically inaccurate. It'd be a lot more common, or likely, or closer in age, to see a T-Rex eating a human, as weird as that might sound. Anyways, food for thought. Let's get your dice tutorial done. Let's get out of the dinosaur talk, back to SketchUp talk. Let's get your dice tutorial at least saved, so that way we can get into modeling and editing for the next video. Have fun. Hope you learned something about drawing spaces. If not, at least a takeaway about dinosaurs. Till we meet again.